Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Chris Legaspi, and today we are going to do a still life demonstration. We're going to use a limited palette here. I'm going to try to use mostly earth tones, and we're going to work from a reference here, and we're going to use Procreate. So I'm going to show you how we can do a little still lifes. And still life is, it's not exciting as a figure, but it's a very important painting exercise because with still life, you don't have to draw. Oops. With the still life, you don't have to draw. Usually, you don't draw anything complex. It's just fruit and easy to draw objects. So you can focus all of your energy on the color and the painting and the techniques. Unlike figure drawing or portrait drawing, you would have to spend a lot of time doing complex drawing. But here the drawing is quite simple, so we can focus on our painting techniques. So that's why it's such an important exercise. And for this one in particular, we're going to do mostly a value based, so kind of painting. So we're going to focus a lot on the values, and we're going to focus on good color mixing, and then we'll take it from there. And before we begin, I just wanted to mention that I do have a new class that's available for pre-launch. And this is a class dedicated to helping you to transition from drawing to painting, pencil to palette. So if you've been drawing for a while and you want to learn how to paint, or maybe you've tried painting before, you had really poor results, or you got very confused and very frustrated, just like me, trying to figure it out on your own, and you'd want to have some help, you want to save some time, I got you covered. So pencil to palette, you can get an early access copy. Right now it's being built. It'll be available the second week of May. So you can you can pre-order and save a little bit of money. So go to www.earlybird.drawwithchris.com, or you can sign up for my free email list and you'll already be included. And you could also have traditional oil painting version and a digital painting version. So we're going to use both Photoshop and Procreate. So if you're already able to draw, I'll show you how to paint directly in color and how to develop your color in your painting. So if you're already here, I can teach you how to get here. So go to www.earlybird.drawwithchris.com. And before we begin, comment below. Where are you located? Where are you watching from, and what time is it for you? I'm currently in Thailand myself. It's 10 a.m. for me. So thank you for being here, wherever you are. And I also want to mention too that one of the reasons why I chose this reference, let's make it a little bit larger here if we can. Oh my God, I have such bad luck with this. I guess that's as big as it gets. So one of the reasons why I chose this reference is because of it already has a warm color palette. So you see it's kind of, it's got kind of a lot of grays, which is nice too. It's got nice direct lighting, of course. We need that. It's very helpful for us. That's really important too. When you're choosing reference on your own, you want to do this exercise. Make sure that you get, or when you photograph your own still life, use a dominant spotlight, one single light source. It's called academic light, and it's called academic light because it's very good for students. It's good for learning how to draw and paint. You have a clear light and shadow shape. So you see academic light. There's one dominant light on this scene. You see the highlight, you see the unified shadow shape. Shadow shape is fairly dark, and the border between light and shadow is very clear. That's what you want when you are photographing your still lives, setting up your still lives, or you're working from reference. And this one, color-wise, it's quite simple. It's mostly grays and mostly warm tones. You see yellow, orange. This is kind of an earthy brown, which is what we'll be doing here. What the heck? I thought it was just Photoshop. What is going on with this pen? Oh my God. 5%. Jesus. I can't believe the pen wasn't charged. Oh, let's see how far we can get. Okay, this should be fine. I'm just gonna put something down. God. Just to get some nice overall tone and effect. And then let's hit it with some earthy notes here. I'm just sort of doing some of the value notes. And let's see if we can get some of this earthy brown kind of note here. I like this brown. So just to get something down, and charge my pencil here. Just to get some tones down, color variation. So this is the first part of any painting, because obviously, most likely, you'll be working from a white canvas. So you want to kind of give yourself some tone to well, it'll help. Whoops. It will help you. It'll help you gauge colors and values better, and it'll just be part of the process is seeing and understanding color gradations. So you see on the reference, you see gradation here, right, in the wall. God, I don't want to make this big. See on the wall, there's a gradation there. There's a gradation, there's a hot spot here, darkest here. Well, actually, the darkest is the pot handle. So you kind of want to make a note and then look at the colors. You see lots of, overall, it's kind of warmy brown. And then you see some more yellow notes, orange notes. Just kind of take the time to think about what you have. Observe and think about what you have and what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and block in the shadow shape. Let's do that now. So I'm blocking in the shadow shape here. And I'm using sort of the color that was already there. And then I'm going to add gradations and things like that, of course. If you notice in my drawing, I already drew the shadow shape, so you don't have to do that. Ah, what the hell? You don't have to draw it with an outline like that. I just, I like to do it. Oh. The mask I made was a little bit sloppy. And as you can tell, I do like working with masks, so. It just makes color selection, things like that easier. Because I like to get very precise with the colors. So it's nice to have a more precise mask. This one's almost too, I have to unclip it now. It's almost too precise. Let's see what I got so far. Looks pretty good to me. And I really don't need to spend this much time on the drawing, you know, because the drawing will be I have to refine the drawing anyway. So we have a nice color actually. It's nice and earthy green. So this is when you take a brown and move it towards yellow. So brown is yellow. Let's see the wheel. You see? You see how, so brown is dark orange, basically. This one, this is brown towards yellow, so it's got more of that olivey brown. If I move it over here, it'd be more of this warmy reddish brown, you see? So this is a nice brown. I really like this brown. I'm gonna put it on my palette, now that I think about it. Oh, let's put it on my palette first. I really like this color. And it's pretty dark. So it'll go right here. It's arranged by value, obviously. Okay, so we need something warm. I'm just going to take this color here. Let's try this. I'm going to take this. Oops. Then I'm going to add some warmth, some variation. So we'll take this. Now we'll make a more, let's do a more orangey, brighter version. Let's try that, more saturated. Let's just try it. Let's see how it goes. It may look terrible. That's okay, we're on a layer, so we can do that. Oh, that looks nice. You see that? Just sort of giving it a little bit of nice color glow. That looks nice, very subtle. I like how subtle it is. That's exactly what I want. Oh, that is nice color. I'm happy with that. You see how it just gives it a little bit more flavor? A little bit more flavor. It's a bit warmer over here. And we can go even more. So watch this. I like this color a lot. I'm gonna save this color too. On my palette here. What's the value? 31, so pretty close. $25, 31. Now we need an even more warm version. So I'm just gonna go a bit towards orange and just gonna go brighter, more saturated. Let's go a bit towards red. Let's see what happens. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. I got some Bob Ross vibes in me now. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. You see that? That transition's so pretty. It's so pretty. You see how pretty that looks? That looks so pretty to me. Oh, I love it. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good right there. You see it's got a nice kind of orangey glow. It's a bit too dark, bright actually, now that I think about it. It can be a little bit more saturated. Yeah. And a bit more on the reddish side. Wow, that looks nice. That looks nice. That looks nice. I'm trying to be a little bit conservative because I normally make things too saturated. God, this part I don't like. You have to move everything around all the time. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That looked pretty good right there. I'm pretty happy with that. How much time we got? Oh, we got 25 minutes. So we don't get a lot of time here, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just render this pot on camera here. But you see, so far, it's just drawing. It's just drawing with line, actually with drawing. Even without the line drawing, it still reads. And then good shape construction, and then good value organization, and then a little bit of gradation. So a little bit of gradation, both in value and color, just to give it a bit of a flavor, you see? You see how the background isn't the same color from top to bottom, left to right. That's really important. And then the shadow mask, you just saw me do the shadow mask. You see, it's not the same shadow mask. You saw me, I purposely added gradation. That's how you paint, my friends. That's how you paint in the computer. In real life, this happens automatically because in real paint, when you have a brush, the fibers, see all these little fibers? They pick up paint, and then when you mix paint, it picks up other paint, so you get lots of natural color variation when you use a brush. So in the computer, we have to fake it. That's that's what I was trying to do here. And you might be wondering, oh, Chris, this is so hard. I can never learn how to paint. Well, I can help you. I'm launching a new class called Pencil to Palette. So this class is exactly what we're talking about today. It's showing you how to go take your drawing skills and turn them into painting skills. So maybe you've been drawing a while and you want to learn how to paint. I could show you how to get here. And this is kind of what we're doing today. How to start painting in a natural way in color, and then how to develop your own color and your own painting techniques to get here, to full palettes. So that's what this class is about. And, you know, I've been teaching a long time, and one of the things that really bothered me was how hard the painting process was for me in the beginning. So I tried, when I first started painting, I tried to do it on my own, and I just wasted hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out. This was oil painting at the time. So I have an oil painting section, and that's why it's important to get guidance, because painting is quite complex. Even in the computer, if you've never done it regularly, you need someone to show you how to paint in a naturalistic way. We all know how to do the black and white with the overlay layers and things. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about naturalistic painting methodology. I'm basically going to show you how to oil paint with a computer in a natural way. And we also have an oil painting section if you just want to do that. Or you can get both. It's available for pre-launch now at earlybird.drawwithchris.com. Or you can go to my website and just sign up for my email list. You'll get access. And you can get early access to the course, and you could save yourself a little bit of money. earlybird.drawwithchris.com. All right, let's get back to work here. So what should I do? Should I do the apple, the pot? The pot looks nice. The pot looks really nice. I have a feeling I won't get the pot done in time, though. So I'll just work on the apple. I'm just going to work on the apple. I'm just going to work on the apple, guys, on this video anyway. Let's see, this thing. Oops. Oh, I lost the cap. I lost the tip. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Where's the tip? Well, I guess it still works. What happened to the tip? Will it still work without the tip? Oh my goodness. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I lost the tip, guys. I don't know where it went. Jeez. At least this thing charges quickly. Okay, jeez, so difficult. I swear, everything's so difficult sometimes. Bring my drawing back. And let's see, let's try this brush. Okay, good. I don't want to go too saturated yet, so I'm kind of worried. Okay, we gotta do the same exact thing now. So we have a color area, a color shape. We can't leave it like that. Remember, it can't stay the same. What the heck? It can't be the same. There you go. Well, these are two different objects, but and then I'm going to hit it with a bit of lighter warm tone here. Let's see how that looks. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to layer there. I'm trying to do some form modeling with this. It's a little early for that, but if I can get this right here, because these colors are working nicely. If I can get this right at this stage, I could just save a lot of time in the drawing. Okay, so what I need now is the brightest bright, darkest dark. So the darkest dark in this thing will be there. What I'll do is, let me put the, so that looks good. I know the brightest bright will be on the apple and the thing, so let me do that now on the thing, the apple thing. This is the wrong color. The temperature's value's okay. Colors, weight is wrong. It's too pink. It looks very strange. Should be more this color. Okay, I like that. In fact, I'm going to save that. I like that a lot. And where are we at value-wise? 79, it's pretty bright. You always got to check. 79, that's pretty bright. It's up in the 80s. Okay, it's right there. Now I need one more. Which will be, let's go 90. Let me see how this looks. There we go, nice pop-in highlight. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. And there's also temperature. I don't know if you can notice. So this is an important lesson in painting and color theory and why we like paintings is because paintings have temperature, meaning they change from one color to another, essentially. Paintings have temperature. So you see, we have sort of cool gray brown, and then more warm half tone transition tone, and then a little bit cooler dark transition tone, and then a warmer, and then a cooler, and then a cool warm highlight. So it's like, it's basically yellow, green, yellow, green. I hope that makes sense. Warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. That's why the highlight is popping. The highlight is popping not just because of value, it's popping because of temperature. So that's how we can create the highlight effect in painting. That's why it looks so good in painting. Highlight effects look, they look good in black and white, but in painting they look incredible. And that's because the highlight As we go brighter, we change the temperature. As we go darker, we change the temperature. That is painting, my friends. And I think that's a good stopping point here. Let me just put a bit of a zing. So we're pretty much done with this demonstration. I know I didn't get to finish most of it. But now I just want to add a bit of zing because we already got the darkest dark. Sort of. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Now I can add a really saturated patch of color. So watch this. Okay, so that's too dark. It's a little too dark. It's the right value there. This will make a good screenshot. For the gram, let me take a screenshot for the gram. There you go. Take one without this. Let's see. Take a screenshot for the gram. Sorry about that. Let's bring the reference back. Get out of here. All right. And then watch this. So watch this. Oh. 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 Look at that. Look at that nice color zing. So I'm pretty happy with this apple. And let's go a bit darker and a bit cooler. Let's see what that does. What I'd like to do is just to do some of the dark accents, and then we'll be done here. Oh. Okay, so that's way too saturated, way too red. Let's try it. Way too purple. That looks better. So now I'm adding a bit of purple red. It's still a little too purple. Yep. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it looks pretty good actually. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's the edge is kind of ugly, but oops. Hopefully I can try to fix the edge. Edge is kind of ugly. It's very harsh. It's a nice brush, but it's a little harsh. Oops. Forgot to draw the apple stem. There you go. So that's a good stopping point here. I think that apple reads nicely. For the limited palette that we use, just ignore some of these colors. Actually, we just really just used God, look. I hate that. You touch your hand down and it undoes. Okay, anyway. So you see how much we got done just with these few colors? That is what I'm talking about, my friends. That is how you start to build your color vocabulary. Because essentially we're drawing. We all can draw this. Any of you watching, you can draw an apple, you can draw a pot, you can draw this still life with drawing, with pencil or whatever, black and white. So that's what we're doing here. When you first start learning to paint, you want to focus on making good value adjustments, basically making a value palette, a value-based palette. So this is what I call naturalistic digital painting, is painting directly in color. So we didn't use no overlay and stuff, although that stuff is awesome. Overlay and blending modes, that stuff is awesome. Starting black and white and then adding overlay. That stuff is awesome. I do it too for professional work. But for naturalistic style painting, you want to use value-based color palette. And the easiest way is just to start with one color and make lighter and darker versions of it, more saturated versions, cooler versions, warmer versions, etc., etc., etc. So that's painting, my friends. And that's a good stopping point here. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, if you like this video and you want to finally become a painter yourself, I have a brand new live class, oh, it's not live, excuse me, a brand new painting class, pencil to palette, so I can show you how to get from drawing all the way to painting. So if you've been drawing a while, I can teach you how to start painting in color directly in a natural way, what we did today, and then how to go even further with your own color palettes. So go to earlybird.drawwithchris.com. You can get your pre-launch copy. You can save a little bit of money. And we also have traditional oil painting as well. So thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep drawing, build up that mileage, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.